I'm Susan. Thanks for joining me today for chair yoga. For today's practice, you'll need a chair and just make sure it's not going to slide out from under you. And then I like to use 2 blocks, or you can use 2 books if you need it. And I may suggest to, if you're not able to sit all the way back in the chair and have support of the chair behind you and you need that, go ahead and put a pillow right behind you. So take a moment to settle into your chair. So I'm going to sit all the way back and start the way I like to start all my chair yoga practices, which is in seated mountain pose. So plant your feet down onto blocks, books, or onto the earth, and then ground equally through both sitting bones. Both sit nice and tall, and maybe gently nuzzle the chin in so the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky. So you can see today I have on my shirt here, it says joy, in celebration of this holiday season. And sometimes the holidays can be a bit stressful. It can be a little overwhelming. And so take this time now just to settle in, and maybe over the course of the next hour, as we tune in and slow down, we can find that joy within ourselves. So go ahead and let's create a gesture with our hands. So I'm going to bring my thumb to my index finger, middle finger, and ring finger, and reach the pinky away. I'll turn my palms up and then rest my palms on my legs. And this is a gesture we create that's supposed to be a little bit more uplifting. And so just close your eyes for a moment and start to drop into the body. Let's do that body scan and simply notice, without changing anything, how it feels to be in your body in this moment. So noticing your feet, your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, the upper legs, your hips, your spine, into your shoulders, your arms, your hands and fingers. And then awareness in the front side of the body, into your belly, your chest, and up into your face even. And simply awareness of how you're feeling. And then from there we bring our awareness into the breath. And once again you simply notice, for now without changing anything. So this helps guide our attention more inward, and also helps you to tune into how you're doing in this moment. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and deepen that breath. If you like, as you inhale, expand into the belly, up into your ribs and your chest. And as you exhale, slowly releasing in through the chest, the ribs, the belly. You choose whatever breath control technique works for you to start to calm and quiet the mind. And just take 2 more nice deep breaths. Some days it may take a little longer than other days to settle into this moment. And after that last deep breath, let go of the breath control. And maybe open your eyes and And so this gesture is called the gesture of the inner smile. And how does it make you feel now that you've created this gesture for a little while? Do you feel like your awareness is more in towards that heart center? And maybe without even making a smile on your face, can you start to find that feeling of that inner smile? And I'll read you my quote for today. All there is to do right at this very moment is breathe in, breathe out, and kiss the joy as it flies. So let's see if we can just breathe and start to tune in to the joy that's already here. So go ahead and release that gesture with your hands. And let's slide ourselves a little more forward into the chair. Just sit nice and tall. I'll release my arms down. Let's place our fingers onto our shoulders and forming little angel wings. A nice easy circles with the elbows as we move through the shoulder girdle. And when you're ready, let's circle it the other way. And we just start tuning in to how it feels in the shoulders this morning. See if we can just breathe those nice easy breaths in and out. I find I enjoy moving a little bit slower. It helps me drop into this moment a little bit more and maybe enjoy and savor it a little bit more. We'll release the arms down. And from here, let's sweep the arms forward and let's spread those fingers and tune in to moving in a way that feels good in your body, especially if you have arthritis in your hands. So inhale here. As you exhale, tuck the thumbs in, make that fist and curl the wrists under. So inhaling, you spread those fingers as much as feels good to you, and exhale, tuck the thumbs in and curl the wrists under. I love this motion of creating, for me, that flexion in the wrists as I curl the wrists under and get that nice stretch. You move as easily, gently as you need to. And then from here, let's interlace those fingers and do nice, easy infinity symbols or sideways 8 with the wrists. And can I challenge you to do 3 times in one direction? And then let's do 3 times in the other. Awesome. And then let's shake it all off. And then when you're ready, let's release our arms down. And we'll do maybe a variation of a movement called the circle of joy. So I'll roll my shoulders open. And then as I inhale, let's float our arms up. Now, it must just feels good to you. As you exhale, press those hands together and lower them over heart center. Now as we inhale, we'll interlace those fingers. And as you exhale, press the palms away and round into the back as you tuck the chin in. And we'll inhale and reach up as much as feels good to you. And let's complete that circle. Exhale, you release the arms down. Let's do that again. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, press the hands together over that heart to where my joy is. Inhale, interlace those fingers. And then exhale, press away. Inhale, reaching up. And as we exhale, let's release that circle. Finish or complete that circle. Inhale, reach out and up as much as feels good to you. Exhale, press the hands together. Maybe as you inhale this time, interlace so the opposite thumb is on top. Completely optional. And exhale, press away. Inhale, we'll reach up. And then exhale, finish that circle of joy. And inhale one last time. Exhale, really press the hands together. Inhale, maybe opposite thumb on top as you interlace those fingers. And then exhale, press away. My favorite part is this part. Inhale, we lift up. And then exhale, maybe your favorite part is when we finish the circle. Awesome. How does that feel? Let's inhale together, sweep the arms forward and up. And exhale, sweep them back and down. Inhaling. And exhaling. And this is part of our joint freeing series. So just move nice and easy. The shoulders are moving in flexion and extension. And then this next time, let's inhale, reach up. As we exhale, draw the elbows down, release the shoulders away from the ears. And we're back to seated mountain pose. Let's place our hands onto our knees and maybe place the feet a little bit wider. As we inhale, let's glide all the way through. Can you see my joy coming towards you? Can you kiss it as it passes by? And as you exhale, draw the belly in and round into the back. Inhale. And exhale. So as you tune into each breath, see if you can move nice and easy to the rhythm of the breath. And maybe as you tune into the sensations in your body, you may find the areas that are opening up and more spacious on the in-breath and on the out-breath. Where do you feel that openness? Maybe you can start to tune in to that feeling of joy that's already within. Maybe just even for a breath, for just a moment. And let's meet right in the center. Maybe we place our knees out even a little bit wider. If you need more space to move, you can sit at that angle. And from here, my favorite movement, let's go ahead and bring that right shoulder towards the left knee, or left shoulder towards your right knee. Doesn't matter which way you start, we'll do both directions. And then circle all the way around. big circles or little circles. I always remind myself when I come into a chair yoga practice, let's go in the other direction. So now your right shoulder will go towards the left knee. You'll circle yourself all the way around. That it's not really in yoga what movements or how much you do, how hard the poses are. It really is how you practice your yoga, whether on the mat or in the chair. So can you be fully present and centered? And bring all your awareness into what's happening into this moment. Can you maintain those nice deep breaths? And the benefit when you really practice in such an advanced way, just bring the legs together, is yes, you can find peace or love or joy within, even if it's really fleeting. So let's go ahead and continue moving. Let's do our side bends, our side stretches. So I'm sitting still along the edge of the chair. Maybe I'll bring my legs a little bit closer together now. Once again, planting my feet down and sitting nice and tall. As I inhale, I'm going to reach up and over towards that right side. And as I exhale, releasing down. Remembering here that just reach up as much as feels good on your shoulder. And exhale. So move nice and gentle and slow. And it's almost like you're doing that stretch you do in the morning. Can you really stretch along the side that you're leaning away from? And in our holiday theme, so this side stretch when we're standing is half moon, but maybe during the holidays you can think of it almost like a candy cane. And I happen to have red and white stripes today. So it's easy to imagine that candy cane, isn't it? Let's reach up and over. So if you like, you can even wrap your right fingers around that left wrist and reach up and over even a little bit more. But really ground it through this left sitting bone. So your choice if that works for you. If not, keep the arm, like I said, as low as you need to. And then when you're ready, let's release that side down. And then as we inhale, let's reach up and over. And as you exhale, lean in. And if you enjoy that, you can wrap the left fingers around that right wrist and reach over even a little bit more in your candy cane shape. But really ground it through, and I'll overly emphasize it, that right sitting bone. Once again, if the shoulders don't want to reach up, just allow it to settle in wherever feels good on that shoulder. Just creating a little more space along the whole side body. Are you still taking those nice deep breaths here? And that deep breath here can create a little bit more space as you inhale. And then let's come back to center and we do whatever movement, shake it out. Whatever would feel good to you here. Awesome. And then when you're ready, let's start to move into the legs. So we'll sit in our staff pose, and maybe today you can either keep the feet down on the earth or you sit all the way back. So you know I love staff pose, sitting all the way back in my chair. I'll extend my legs in front, and yeah, you can see my feet. You can see maybe my knees and my toes are pointed straight up. My shoulders are back and down, and I'm sitting nice and tall, so you can really see that joy is my theme today. And as I inhale, let's go ahead and plantar flex just the ankle, and then exhale, point the toes. Inhale, draw the toes back, and then exhale, draw the ankles back. Awesome. So inhaling, plantar flex just the ankles, and exhale, we'll point the toes, plantar flex the toes. Inhale, draw the toes back, dorsiflex, spread those toes, and exhale. Now you can pick it up if you want and just keep that breath nice and smooth and deep and even. So separating out the motion now of the toes, the feet, and the ankle. You know, moving through my ankles and toes gives me a lot of joy. It feels good, or it can feel good to move there. So remember, especially if you have arthritis there or issues with the ankles and the feet. And actually, continuing to do these movements regularly may actually help with some of those issues that we develop in our tissues. Awesome. And then let's release the feet down, tap it out. I'm still sitting along the edge of the chair or all the way to the back. If you're in the back, I'm going to put my feet back on the blocks. I'm going to go ahead and place my hands under that right thigh, and maybe you draw that knee towards the side of the chest, and just take a moment to enjoy this shape, which is called half wind relieving pose. So maybe you feel a little stretch in that right lower back, and if you need to, adjust the direction that you're pointing that knee so it feels good, especially in the front of that hip. And then when you're ready, let's do a nice easy circle of that right ankle. And then maybe you close your eyes here, just so you can really tune into the movement of that ankle. Let's go ahead and circle it the other way. Awesome. And we'll release that leg down because your arms are probably tired. Take a breath, and let's place the hands under the left leg. And then try different ways of pressing that thigh in towards the belly. So maybe way out to the side or maybe closer to the center. So whatever feels best to you. And maybe you feel a little stretch into your seat and into that left lower back. And then when you're ready, let's circle into that left ankle. Maybe you close your eyes again. See if you can really sense what's happening in that ankle. So it's natural and normal here to hear any popping or cracking, but you don't want to create any discomfort, any pain. And circle it the other way. Awesome, and then let's release the legs down, shake it out. And from here, let's go ahead and you can either keep your feet on the ground or on the blocks, or you can even bring your feet all the way up and then wrap your arms around. And this would be full Apanasana or wind relieving pose. So maybe reach your hands to the opposite elbow. So it can look, without any props, that you just lean yourself down and then fold over those legs. So really wrap those arms around and give yourself that nice hug. You can tuck the chin in and feel stretch from the lower back all the way up along the spine and then into your neck as well. When you're ready, let's release whatever shape you picked. And we'll sit nice and tall and start to open up into those hips. So I'm going to scoot myself forward, walk myself forward towards the front of my chair. And then when you're ready, let's bring nice and easy the right leg out to the right. And then bring it back to the center. So you stay sitting nice and tall. See if you can not lean back too much. And you're using the strength of your leg to bring that leg out and over. And just a couple more times. And one last time here. And when you're ready, let's open it up here. And we're coming into our Warrior Two variation. So it's about 90-degree here with my left knee pointing forward, or your left knee pointing forward and your right knee pointing straight out to the side. And I'll turn my chest and my head to face you. You can see that joy is written right on my heart center. And then when you're ready, let's reach the hands together. And as you inhale, let's sweep the arms all the way open. That left arm reaches open. And as you exhale, let's bring it back. So I'll inhale, let's open up. And exhale. Inhale, reach out to the side and open up. And exhale. Just one last time, inhaling. We'll hold this here. Maybe I'll rotate my shoulders open, reach out through those thumbs. And then really press down through my feet. Feel my heart lift up. And imagine kissing that joy as it flies by you. And then when you're ready, let's release the hands down. And we'll bring that right leg in. Maybe shake it out. We'll do all of that on the other side. So still sitting nice and tall along the edge of your chair. Or you can hold on to the chair, and when you're ready, we'll bring the left leg out and over to the side and then back to the center. So we keep the belly drawn in if you can, and still sitting nice and tall without hunching over. Seeing if we can use the strength of this leg. Just a reminder, everything we do in our yoga practice, whether in the chair or on the mat, is completely optional. Awesome. And then let's open it up. So maybe 90-degree bend here. And so your left knee is pointing straight out to the side, right is pointing forward. Knees and toes are tracking in the same direction. I'll go ahead and turn my belly, my chest, and my head towards you. And then maybe reach my hands together. And I'll slide the right fingers forward and then open up as I inhale. And as I exhale, bring those hands together. So inhale, and you'll rotate a little bit. It'll be considered an open twist. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just one last time. Inhale, let's open up. Maybe roll the shoulders open. Reach out through those thumbs. And then maybe press down through the feet. Draw the belly and feel the heart lift. All you have to do is breathe in. Breathe out. Can you feel or sense a little bit of joy? And when you're ready, let's release the arms down. Just nice and easy, bring the leg in and shake it out. Awesome. If you like, we're going to do the next few movements standing. Let's just do, only if you want, a few repetitions of sit to stand. If you don't want to do sit to stand, you can do you can do literally chair pose in the chair. So maybe you would bring your hands together, press down through the feet, and draw the belly in as you just lean forward and just hold this chair pose. So as you press down through your feet, you can really, especially the heels, you can feel strength happening right in these legs. So you can still work on that strength and maintain that nice deep breath. Or if you like, join me for sit to stand. I'm going to cross my arms in front of me. And when you're ready, let's press down through our feet and come up to standing. And then we'll sit back down along the edge of the chair. Or if that doesn't feel good to you, you can start standing and then just sit back as little or as much as feels good to you. And then press down through the feet to come up to standing. And remembering you can use your hands if you need to. But really remember our theme, all you have to do in this moment is breathe in, breathe out. Maybe kiss the joy as it flies by. And we'll just do one last time. And either come up to standing or you'll stay seated. So the next movements, I'll do it stand behind the chair so you can see me. Or maybe a little bit of an angle. Let me do a little bit of an angle. Okay. And we'll start standing nice and tall. So start in that mountain pose or seated mountain pose. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and we'll step the feet out just a little bit wider. And just see how this feels. So in the chair, you can let the feet come out a little bit wider. And really root down through those feet. Draw the belly in and feel the heart lift up. And then from here, we'll reach our arms out to the side. And maybe reach it up even a little bit more. Coming into, this is called 5-pointed star. So holiday pose, right? Star feels like holiday pose. And maybe if you want, you can have a sort of a flat twinkling star. Only if that feels good to you. Awesome. And then from here, we'll keep our hands on our hips for a moment. And now if you're in the chair, you still have the legs out wide. Standing, you can turn the toes out and the heels come in. And this is our goddess squat in yoga. And nice and easy, we'll bend into the knees. Just a little bit. So you can hold on to the chair and just soft bend and press up. So if you're sitting in the chair, you have the toes out, knees in, and you're just pressing down through your feet, sitting nice and tall. And then when you're ready, let's all meet in our goddess squat. What arm should we do? What feels like joy? What feels like joy to you? I don't know. I really like this movement. Or maybe we'll do that big arm circle. Cross at the wrists, elbows up. Let's do that big arm circle. So we press the arms up, back. Feel the shoulders, the chest open. And roll the shoulders open and reach up. Nice deep breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release our hands down and then press the feet up. Turn the toes forward and then shake it out. Nice job. Next sort of holiday pose is you can imagine yourself as a skater. Now this is a little bit more challenging to do in the chair, but I think you could still do it. If you're in the chair, you're sitting sideways, then maybe you bring that leg back, right leg back behind you. So if you're standing nice and tall, then we bring that right leg back. Then maybe just soft bend in the front knee as you lean yourself forward. And then just nice and easy, maybe come up onto your tippy toes, or maybe lift that leg up. And if you want to imagine yourself as a skater, so maybe you lower the toes down, roll the shoulders open and reaching back. So see what would feel good to you. Does this feel like a skater? I think it does. Maybe you lift the toes up or not for 4. Kiss the joy as it flies by. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Place your hands back on the chair. They came off. Bring the legs in. Stand nice and tall. Take that breath. Let's try that on the other side. Nice and easy today. Bring the left leg back. So if you're sitting in the chair, you're sitting on the right seat is on the chair and the left leg slides by. And just notice you can lean forward and do the same shape we were doing standing. So bring the left leg back, soft bend in that knee and lean yourself forward. And then when you're ready, test it off. Lift that leg up or just come onto your tippy toes. I'm enjoying this tippy toe variation myself. And you draw the belly in, lift your heart up, and then maybe roll the shoulders open and reaching back. Do you miss those old days of ice capades? Watching those skaters? Imagine that easy feeling of gliding through the ice. And maybe you can capture that feeling of joy. And then release your hands down. Bring that foot in and shake it out. Awesome job. So let's go ahead and you can stay standing or you can be seated in your mountain pose. We're going to do a movement called, or breath work called Breath of Joy. And so just remember, I can't hear you, so you do as big a breath of joy as feels right to you. So it looks like this. Let me just demonstrate. You breathe in through the nose 3 times, and then breathe out with a ha at the end. I'll try to say it loud. So, and the movements are easy like this. It's inhale, 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 and exhale. All right? So, join in when you're ready. Ha, ha, feel? Silly? A little bit. Sometimes I feel like that's a little bit silly. Let's go ahead and let that go. But it makes me want to giggle and laugh, so I figured that, yeah, that's maybe another step towards experiencing that joy. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way back down into the chair. Awesome. I thought it might be fun to finish with that 5-pointed star in the chair as one of our variations. So sit along the edge of the chair if it would feel good to you. And then, nice and easy, let's reach our arms way out to the side and maybe make that big Y. So you can lean yourself back. You can even lean yourself all the way back into the chair. And then float those legs up. And let's reach the legs out wide. And here's our star pose. And really twinkle that star. Imagine you're at the top of the tree. And let your light shine, right? And then let's bring it in. Awesome. Okay, so let's, more serious now, or maybe not more serious, let's go ahead and stretch. So we'll extend our right leg forward. And if you're enjoying doing it standing, you can stand up, or we'll do it seated. So we'll extend that right leg forward. It can be on blocks or books, if that helps you deepen the stretch. Place your hands on that left thigh. Inhale here and exhale, leaning over towards that right leg. Remembering you can keep a soft bend in that knee, especially if the back of your legs do feel a little bit tighter today. But as you inhale, maybe sit a little taller, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, slowly leaning forward. So imagine you have that joy on your heart center, and you're allowing that joy to guide you, to lead you into the shape. That sensation in the back of the leg and the hamstring and maybe into the calf. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up and bring that leg in. I'll slide my chair back because I'm not sure if you can see my entire foot, although it's not necessary. And then go ahead and put your left foot on the block or on the earth, and we sit along the edge of the chair. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, slowly lean forward. So let your heart lead. Let that joy guide you into the shape. With each breath, you can imagine on the inhale, if you like, that you lengthen the spine, lift up, and with each exhale, lean a little bit more. So it takes a little bit of time to release into the back of the legs. But now that you've held it a little bit, maybe you can ease into deepening that stretch. And then when you're ready, let's gently press ourselves up. Bring that foot in and then shake it out. And now maybe one of my favorites. Is we'll come into the figure 4 stretch. And remembering you can cross lower on the leg, or you can cross that ankle right over the thigh. And it becomes a holiday pose. It becomes Elf on the Shelf as I place my hand under my chin and my left hand comes under there and I lean myself forward. I can't get the thought that I look like a candy cane out of my mind, but maybe do I look like an elf on the shelf here? But we're really just trying to find that nice stretch into the outer hip and into the seat. No pain in that right knee. And when you're ready, let's press ourselves up, uncross the leg. And it might feel good to circle into that hip a little bit. And then circle it the other way. Let's lower the leg down. And then we'll cross, either lower on the leg. You can still do elf on the shelf there. Or higher up, ankle to the thigh. So we start sitting nice and tall. And then I'll put my left hand under the chin, right hand under that left elbow, and you lean yourself forward. So if you wanted to teach a yoga pose to grandkids or small children that you know, or not so small, you can teach them this elf on the shelf. And to challenge them, you can have them do it standing up. So working their balance as they sit back. Let's take one last deep breath here. And when you're ready, let's sit back up, uncross the legs, and we shake it out. And let's all turn so that we're sitting, maybe so your right hip is on the chair, or you're sitting towards the right side of the chair, and your right hand will come to the back of the chair. We'll inhale here, and as you exhale, turn towards the back of the chair. I'm going to turn myself around just so you can see me. So you can see that joy. So your shoulders are relaxed, and now you're sitting nice and tall, right and left side. Maybe you turn your head and look all the way back to the right. And then when you're ready, slowly unwind yourself. And then you'll turn so you're facing the left side of the chair. So now your left hand is on the back of the chair. We'll inhale here. And as we exhale, let's turn and face the back of the chair. We're sitting nice and tall, grounded through the feet, through both sitting bones, and I'm lifted up through the right and left side. So sometimes we will slump over a little bit. See if you can keep that heart open and that joy shining through. And then look maybe all the way back towards the left. When you're ready, slowly unwind yourself. And you'll turn and face the front of the chair, and I'll turn and face you. Let's go ahead and sit all the way back in the chair again. And we'll Stay sitting nice and tall for now. Maybe place your fingers behind your head. Nuzzle the chin in. And then as we inhale, let's lift our heart up. And let the elbows come back. So creating a little bit of a back bend here. Keeping the back of the neck long. As you nuzzle the chin in, you can even use your index finger to lift that head up. Let's come back to center. Let's release the arms down. And just nice and easy, tilt the head over towards that right side. Then roll that left shoulder open and reach that arm away. If you like a small smile with the chin. A few times here. And come back over, one last breath. Just come back to center, inhale. As we exhale, tilt the head over to the left. Roll that right shoulder open and reach back behind you. And then maybe nice gentle smile with the chin. It's a little lopsided, right? It's all right. And then tilt the head over. Come back to the center, roll the shoulders, whatever direction, or both directions, one last time. And then we'll sit all the way back in the chair. Now just relax, make yourself completely comfortable. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Just settle in here for a moment. Feel the whole weight of your body releasing onto the chair, onto the earth. You soften the belly, the chest, the front side of the body to receive the breath. As you bring awareness into the breath, start to tune into that out breath, that exhale. And each time your body breathes out, find a word that resonates with you now and silently say it to yourself. So it could be joy, could be peace or love, whatever it is. Each time you exhale, slowly, quietly say that word to yourself. Maybe on the next few exhales, slowly draw that word out. And after this next breath, let go of following the breath. And maybe in your mind's eye, imagine a time, a place in your life where you felt so much joy and happiness. And in your mind's eye, take yourself there now. Look around you. What do you see? What are the sounds that you hear in this place, this time where you felt so much joy? Immerse yourself in this time and place, in this scene. The sights, the sounds, and how it makes you feel to be here. And when you're ready, bring your awareness now back into the space that you are in and the surface that you are resting on. Awareness of the sounds distant to you, sounds closer to you, and the sound of your own breath. And if you like, you can deepen that breath. Start to invite movement in your body. Maybe let your head go side to side. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Circle your wrists, your ankles. And then do that full body stretch, whatever that is in your chair. And then when that's complete, let's sit nice and tall one last time in the chair. Maybe a breath together as we inhale and float the arms up. And then exhale, press those hands together. Maybe allow your thumbs to touch that heart center, that center of joy. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season, and thanks for joining me today. Namaste.